All right. Well, thanks to Travesty for picking up one of the Grab Swag caps. What we're going to do here, and remember that if any of you want other things, you can throw in for them, and then I'll pull them after we finish this segment of building our character. Now, where we had left off. Yeah, hey, he really seemed to like it, Bane. I hope he's enjoying it. I definitely that session. I'm sure might have been it might have been different for him, right? And I really hope that he liked it. And everyone seems to be excited for part 2 that'll be coming up this Tuesday. Now, the session we had this week is going to be up on YouTube, ! YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube sometime in the future, hi YouTube. Everyone can say hi YouTube if you want. No, he didn't get to murder hobo things. He was on patrol in a nightclub on the college campus, and then something happened. So yeah, so the VOD, the Twitch saves the VOD. That can go back and be rewatched. The 2 parts are going to be up on YouTube Saturday and Sunday, each at noon. Hi YouTube, hi Mom. This character, we're going to plan a story around the character, but this isn't a character that someone is going to be actively playing as Azazel. Alright, so what we did last time, we went through, we gave the character a role, a life path, a role life path, and stats. And now what we're going to do is skills. We gotta have the skills to pay our bills. Let's go back to that part. So this was our hit points and our humanity. You all may remember that. What are the skills? You can read about those on page 81 if you all are playing along at home. If you don't have your Cyberpunk Red books with you, or your official PDFs that you can get through DriveThruRPG, or there are stores that are a part of the Bit and Mortar program, where if you buy the physical book in the store, through that program, they can get a copy, like an official copy of the PDF to you. All right, so we're on 81 here. This is going to go over the different types of skills. You can read about them here. We went over them last night, but we're going to keep things moving. Remember, this is an Edgerunner style build. This is, I guess, if you want to call it like the medium difficulty. You know, tonight is character building 102, not 101. Not yet, Hero Dragon, but I am going to apply for it. Now, this will take you through the different types of skills, generally what they do. If you want to read about, what does concentration do? What does animal handling do? What does martial arts do? You can read about those. I'm not going to get into those details right now. Similarly to when we build our D&D characters, right? We'll go through the skills, and we might approach it as a plugin, as something that is appropriate for the character that we've built thus far, but I'm not getting into all of the uses of all of the skills. That's stuff that you can experience or read about on your own. There are things to consider that would be kind of like passives with the skills, depending on what your total is with your stat and your skill rank, like your level. But you'll see. Don't worry. I don't want you to start getting lost, or you're starting to worry like, oh, this is a lot more than it actually seems. We're gonna keep moving along. All right, we have different types of skills. How do we get our skills? Skills are normally rated from 1 to 10 and are used in gameplay by adding the level of the skill to the level of the most applicable statistic. Skills are like stats. They have a range of effectiveness that is related to how much they cost. Basic skills. Basic skills are things generally common to everyone in all cultures in the time of the Red. Athletics, brawling, concentration, conversation, education, evasion, first aid, human perception, language, street slang, local expert, your home, perception, persuasion, and stealth. These are assumed to be part of everyone's skill list and must start with at least a value of 2. Additionally, all characters begin with 4 points in a language related to cultural background. And of course, we have that up here with Mayan. Mayan, we have 4 points in. Street Rat uses templates. So what we did last night, we went to Nomad and we dropped the skills in where the Nomad Street Rat template said. Now, for the Edgerunner, the fast and dirty skills. Like the Street Rat, Edgerunner skills are predetermined from the start, but the big difference here is that although your skills for that role are predetermined, the levels of each skill are up to you. There are a few rules, though. Edgerunners get 86 skill points to be distributed between your character's skills to raise their totals up. These points may not be applied anywhere else. No skill can be higher than 6 or lower than 2. The following skills must have at least must be at least level 2, and so those are going to be the first set of points. Skills marked with a 2x cost 2 skill points to increase in level by 1. All other skills cost 1 point. Don't forget the 4 levels of language you get free based on the cultural origin. So that's already in there. So here we have our Rockerboy. All right, well, that's highlighting everything. We're going to look at this first column of Rockerboy skills. And let's increase this a little bit. Magnify, magnify, enhance, enhance. Okay, we have 86 points. However, from that starting 86, let's buy our other skills up first. And this is ultimately going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So we're going to have 60 skill points left over after we put our numbers in here. So let's go for athletics, brawling, and concentration. Athletics, brawling, and that's contortionist. Concentration. Here we go. Actually, this is all the bold skills to make it easier. So let's start them all off at 2 here. Because then conversation, first aid, human perception. So anywhere you see the bold basic skill here, we're going to start off with at least a 2. Now, for your home, that is going to be up to you and the GM to decide what is your home. Is it your vast apartment complex? Is it a neighborhood of a couple blocks? What does that mean? But you are going to start out by having some knowledge of that area. Let's put something in evasion. And let's see. I think that was all of our basic skills. Double checking real quick. Yep. Oh, persuasion. I missed one. Pardon. Okay. Now, we have 60 points that we can drop into other skills that are on this list. So these were all the basic ones. We get also, in addition, composition, handgun, melee weapon, personal grooming, play instrument, streetwise, wardrobe, and style. Now, what is going to be important? What is going to be important to our Rockerboy? Remember, the character that we've built. We are... Yep. We're shy and secretive. We prefer leisure wear, comfy clothes. We wear our hair short and spiked. We have trust issues, is one way to put it. And we absolutely value a public figure. We value money. We were born as to a combat zoner family, but our childhood environment, we are taken in and given a safe, walled area to live. Misfortune scattered and or killed our parents or other family members, and our life goal is to get what's rightfully ours, which is money or some sort of fame. Our role-specific life path told us that we were a comedian. We were once part of a group, but they were murdered. We usually perform in private clubs, and an older media star who feels threatened by our rising fame is going to be an antagonist or a foil or just a straight up just a villain, right? Is going to actually be gunning for us. So for a comedian, and maybe someone whose comedy led them, led his friends to get not just canceled on Twitter, but to get canceled out of life. What are some things that are going to be important for us to be able to do? And mind you, in Cyberpunk, you might go like, oh, personal grooming? How is that important in a role-playing game? You gotta remember, wardrobe and style, personal grooming, these are things that can give you circumstantial bonuses to a face-down style combat, where it's you and your enemy that are effectively T-posing on each other for dominance. Now, would we have a lot in Streetwise? We started growing up on the streets. We might have a few ranks of that, but the rest of our life has been spent inside a walled compound, playing in private clubs. Maybe we know a little bit of the street, but not a lot. We should probably boost conversation, education, right? If he's an up-and-coming comedian, he's got smart humor. It doesn't mean it can't be crude. What that means, though, is it has to be keen. It has to be on some kind of a point or make a point, whether it's satirical or not. And Australis Plays. Hello. Welcome. So why don't we boost up a couple more things, right? We have, let's float a number, right? We know that we have 60 points, and nothing here is going to cost 2 for 1. So let's boost up our I think our conversation should definitely be higher if we're going to be a talker and a comedian. Let's bring this up to 6. So we've used up 4. Human perception, that is like insight in Dungeons and Dragons. That's reading the crowd, reading the room, reading other people, which I think is a very important comedian skill. Why don't we boost this one also up to 6? Education? Well, we were given a better life, right? Inside this corporate walled part of the city. Let's try boosting this one up to 6 as well. And some other things here. composition, skill of professionally writing songs, articles, or stories. This would also, I think that composition would also go into your routine, your act. Let's give at least 4 to composition. Now let's see. Heretic Trance says education, grooming, and wardrobe. Yeah, so let's go to wardrobe and style. Let's put at least 2 in there. And personal grooming, let's also bring, let's put another 2 in there. Yep, you gotta look good in front of the crowd. I mean, though because of our leisure wear, we're always Biz Kaz Fry around here, okay? We're Biz Kaz Fry. Now, something else that we can pick up, we can get by in, with a little bit of street slang, or, there's a great many popular comedians that are bilingual. One that comes to mind would be Fluffy, if you know who I'm talking about. Being able to speak another language, especially reflecting his or her upbringing in another community, probably outside this Central and South American family out in the war zone here. We probably are going to get at least a couple ranks in English. Yes, the tastefully named Fluffy. Also, comedic acts can often draw from places where there's some experience, where there's something that you can talk about. He may not remember a lot about his childhood, but we could give something like 2 ranks to Combat Zone. This puts us at, let's see, 8, 16, 20. We're at 22 down, meaning that we have 38 points left to continue buying. Oh, you know what? I got so we're doing 103 level stuff. We don't have access to all these things. Not necessarily. We have the ultimate freedom to buy in the complete package. Sorry, I drifted a little bit here. I'm getting into the complex, like we are hardcore referencing everything. But for sure we have composition. Oh, that's a street rat. There we go. Composition, handgun, melee weapon, personal grooming can still stay. Play instrument, streetwise, wardrobe, and style. Alright, so hang on. I'm sorry, everyone. I got so caught up in wanting to get into character that I got ahead of... Oops. Why am I'm getting rid of basic skills? What am I doing? What am I even doing, everyone? Alright. This is a little bit better. We're gonna take... We're going to take this stuff back. We're going to take back English. We can keep personal grooming and wardrobe. So that is 4 points there, because we have 2 and 2. Okay. Composition we could keep as well. Let's bring that up with another 2. Handgun and melee weapon. Well, we were probably taught to shoot and bonk in order to survive on the streets, getting from one venue to the next. We may not have always had, guards or something. So let's go to handgun. We should be at least halfway decent with a handgun. Let's put in 6 ranks for handgun. But our dex isn't too bad. Our reflex needs a little bit of help because it's 5 instead of 6. We're swinging a melee weapon off of dex. Let's go. Melee weapon, we'll put 4 into for right now. Personal grooming, we already have in there. Play instrument, I don't know. He might not even play an instrument. He's a comedian, right? Streetwise, though, we can. That's on our list, and we can bring it up on Streetwise. So Streetwise might be more of a catch-all of what I was trying to do for education skills or local expert. So if he has his ear to the street and he can have some satire, let's put a 6 in Streetwise. And from there, let's see, that's 10. That's 22. So once more, we are down to 38 points. And we have at least a basis in these other things. Now, let's increase stuff. We grew up in a combat zone. I think we need to increase our first aid. Let's bring it up another 3 to 5. Wardrobe and style, let's look good. We're gonna bring this up to 4. So there's another 2. Personal grooming, I think that we need to bring that up as well. We're gonna bring that up to 4. Let's so that's another 2 that we're throwing in. Persuasion, we gotta be persuasive. This is gonna jump up to 6. Let's see, what else is going on here? I think the boosts, the boosts that we gave to conversation and human perception weren't recorded up above. So that's going to be another 8. So this is going to take us 30, 26, 24, 22. We are at 19 points left over that we can spend among our categories. Composition, let's make sure that we are a little bit better composed. Our education, let's bring that up to a 6 because we were given a nice education. Stealth, athletics, perception, and concentration are going to be that way we can not sweat it. This is a matter of will, so let's bring this up to a 6 with a 4. And perception, we're also going to bring up to a 6, which is a 4. That is another 10. We are down to 9 skill points to drop into our character. Maybe we're not too stealthy, if we've grown up in a walled community for the most part. So maybe we don't increase stealth. Though maybe we have had to evade tomatoes and other things tossed at us. Why don't we drop 4 points in evasion? We have 5 points remaining. And I'm sorry, Tuscan, I missed your comment in chat. You said put all the points into English, be a politician. that might be that or a mix of persuasion or some other things here. If we have 4 points, or we have 5 points remaining, let's bring 2 more to wardrobe, 2 more to personal grooming, and then we have 1 point. Where do we want to commit this? Hey, good morning to you, Phil. We have 1 more point. Let's put that into... We don't have a lot of hit points. Let's give ourselves some survivability and go 1 more point into evasion. And that will be our 60 points after our basic skills. All right, so that's how we did it. We stuck to our Rockerboy skills, and we used our budget of 86, which leaves you 60 points after you put the minimum 2 in your basic skills. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. All right, we'll worry about the complete package tomorrow night, okay? Now, we're going to talk about things that go bang or chop, chop, slice. And we're also going to talk about pew-pews. Maybe something exotic, maybe not. What about any sort of armor that we wear? Well, how do you get your stuff? This is for Street Rats, which are templates, and Edgerunners, which is a fast and dirty here. In addition to these starting items, Street Rat and Edgerunner characters get 500 Eurobucks, or eddies, to spend on other items or to keep and use later. So we're gonna get what a Rockerboy gives us here, and we're going to make the note that we are holding on to. We're holding on to 500, and we can go back and buy things if you think there's something particularly appropriate. But for this style, a Rockerboy, weapons and armor, we get a very heavy pistol, a basic very heavy pistol ammunition, a heavy melee weapon, or a flashbang grenade. Ooh, the flashbang sounds pretty good. 2 tear gas grenades, light armor jack body armor, and light armor jack head armor. All right, let's go up to that here. For our head, we have light armor jack, which has a soak value, or the soak points of 11, and light armor jack, which is also 11. There are no armor penalties associated with light armor jack here. It's kind of woven into our clothes to be a little bit more discreet. Down here, we are going to get a very heavy pistol. $50 bullets for it. Two tear gas grenades. And you could probably write that in under weapons if you really wanted to. Now, what are the stats for a very heavy pistol? It is a handgun, so we need the handgun skill to pew-pew it. It deals 4d6 damage. Ammo, I guess we could write the 50 here, or for a standard magazine is 8. I'm just going to write that here. Rate of fire is 1, and it is not concealable. There we go. We're equipped with weapons and armor now. Now, what about our, what is our outfit? Here is a list of all kinds of stuff. You want glow sticks and grapple guns? You want a radar detector or a pocket amplifier? Culture class and couture are all different things, Chumba. We've included this table to explain something of the clothing options you will see described for street rats and edgerunners. Just to give you some, imagination, or if you want references to give to an artist to draw for a character for you, or you can practice drawing. All right, so this is also a template for street rats and edgerunners. A Rockerboy outfit is going to give us an agent, which is a smartphone, a computer, an electric guitar. Well, we don't play guitar, so let's get ourselves a bug detector. Glow paint times 5. Okay. And by the way, if you're like, why does my comedian have glow paint? Talk to your GM and maybe you could swap it out for something similar. We're gonna go with the basic outfit here. And we can ask questions about it or find a way to incorporate this package with our comedian. I mean, look, there's practical comedians as well. Think of Gallagher, smashes watermelons and stuff. Carrot Top, who makes a lot of physical props. Could be part of the act to make things glow up, to have a glow up. A pocket amp. A radio scanner / music player. A video camera. And we also have we also are going to get some leisure wear jewelry, like leisure wear tier jewelry, mirror shades, footwear, generic chic jacket jewelry, and urban flash bottoms and tops. And if you want to swap this out, talk to your GM about it. Now, why is this important? Because where you go in the city, you're going to encounter a lot of, you can't get in here with them shoes. It is a part of the world. It is a part of the culture. And so in this case, a rocker boy having different outfits would make the rocker boy able to get into and out of many more places by default. At character generation, if you aren't an exec, you'll start off living in a rented cargo container, either in the overcrowded suburbs of the city or in a combat zone, and living a not-so-luxurious kibble lifestyle. And there's more to that that can be gotten into. Now, this character, maybe, with the circumstances, might not be by default at that state, because he or she has grown up in luxury. So this might be, you might actually have the lifestyle of an exec, even though you're a starting character and aren't an exec. So you can check out lifestyle things that are here. Nomads have an additional housing option due to their moto roll ability. All of that are on these pages. If you have the PDF, just click on them. Go to 377. The Nomad ability is 165. Yeah, and also to you, Phil. I hope that you're celebrating. Are you wearing green, or are you going to get a pinch? Luxurious kibble lifestyle. That's what your dog has. See? Oh, here we go. Kibble. Have you all subscribed to my Z chat, everyone? If we're not talking on Ziggurat, I don't know. Am I doing social media incorrectly? Are we not on Z chat? Putting the cyber into the punk. This is going over the basics of it, of cyberpsychosis. Definitely about cyberpsychosis. Please read about it, because that is a threat. Practicing safe cyber and the Psycho Squad here. There are different types of cyberware. And to get to the part we're looking for, because we'll reference back to this in character creation. How do you get your stuff? This is for street rats and edgerunners. So as a Rockerboy, we are getting an audio recorder, chem skin, cyber audio suite, and tech hair. Now, where do we find all this stuff? An audio recorder and chem skin? Well, let's take a look. This is where you implant your cyberware. Chemskin, dyes and pigments infused into the skin to permanently change its hue. +2 to personal grooming if user also has tech hair. So we are going to... we have fashion wear, we have Chemskin, and we have tech hair. Tech hair, you have it installed. It could be whatever. You could have RGB hair, or you could change your hair color as you would like. Now, because we do have both of these things, that is going to be a +2 to personal grooming. So let's go back up here real quick. Personal grooming is actually going to go up to an 8. Though if you wanted and your GM allowed it, you could, put it back down to 6 and move those 2 points elsewhere. But let's keep it as an 8, where we're at. What else did we have? An audio recorder and a cyber audio suite. Audio recorder records to a memory chip or a linked agent. As we don't have a memory chip, it's going to record the things that we hear to our phone. This is cyber audio. Our cyber audio suite has a audio recorder. As the note will say, records to agent. And what was that last one? It was a cyber audio suite. Might have to skip ahead to the complete list here. Cyber Audio Suite. Is probably just it's a bunch of these all in one here. Yeah, Cyber Audio Suite. Cyber Audio Suite is installed invisibly in the inner skull. System has 3 option slots for cyber audio options. Can only have... Oh, that's why. The Cyber Audio Suite is the platform, and then that's what that's like our motherboard, and then that's what lets us slot in three upgrades. So we can only have 1 installed. So yeah, it's even right up here. I'm sorry, I got so caught up. I'm like, oh, the suite is it's probably like 2 or 3 things in a bundle, and I completely forgot that's just the name of the platform that we have in our skull, and then our that allows us 3 upgrades, and then we're gonna fit an audio recorder into our Cyber Audio Suite. So sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, 3 different. Yep. All right, so we have Chemskin, Tech Hair, and a Cyber Audio Suite in our skulls that has an audio recorder that records to our agent inside. Now, let's come up with a name. What is our name? What we did last night is I took a dictionary. I asked Heretic Trance for a number, and we looked at the words that were on the page of the dictionary that could be related to the character that we made. And in this case, we had Chopper from page 269. As Chopper is a pilot from an air family. Why am I? I'm trying to remember all the different terms here. From a pack, an air pack. So Chopper made a lot of sense. So what I want is let's stray. One down or up from here. And Awkward Mancer, let's subtract a number or add a number. I'd like you to roll 1d12, Awkward Mancer. If it's 1 through 6, we're going to go to pages before page 269. If it's 7 through 12, then we're going to go to pages after page 269. Okay, we could do a D10 as well. You're in the spirit of cyberpunk. 2. All right, so we're going to subtract a number of pages from page 269. And let's see. Phil, can you please type exclamation point 1D100? It's fine, Awkward Mancer. Phil must be having a breakfast. That's fine. Azazel, can I get an exclamation point 1D100? Lands on 48. All right, we're going to go to page 221, and let's find a handle for our character here. We're a little bit before the seas. All right. Everyone, let's listen up and see if any of these words fit the character that we have created. I'll put the personality back up here, and I'll turn the music. I'll turn the music off to make sure that I'm super duper clear here. All right, so we have. We have butadiene, a colorless, highly flammable hydrocarbon contained from petroleum and used in the manufacture of synthetic rubber. Butane. I hope you all know what butane is. Butanoic acid, butanol. Butch. Butcher. Butcher bird. Butcher knife. Butcher's broom. Butchery. Buteo. Any of various hawks of the genus Buteo. Butler. Butler's pantry. But, of course, that can mean to like push, or it could be the physical location to bump into. One that serves as an object of ridicule or contempt, as in being the butt of jokes. A large cask. The butt is the larger or thicker end of something, such as the butt of a rifle, an unburned end as a cigarette. A butte, B-U-T-T-E, a hill that rises abruptly from the surrounding area and has sloping sides and a flat top. Well, we have short and spiked hair, so I don't know if butte might work. Butter. Butter and eggs. Butterball. Butter bean. Butter burr. Buttercup. Oh, Buttercup. What's up, Buttercup? Butterfat. Butterfingers. Butterfly. Any of various insects, etc. You know what those are. A butterfly bush. A butterfly fish. A butterfly pea. A butterfly stroke. A butterfly valve. Butterfly weed. Buttermilk. Butternut. Butterscotch. Butterweed. Butterwort. Buttery. A butt hinge. A butt hinge is a hinge composed of two plates attached to abutting surfaces of a door and door jamb and joined by a pin. Or button sky, which is a, let's see. Oh, you know what? That's not sky. That's ski. But Butinsky. Slang. One prone to butting in, a meddler. Butt in or sky bat less. Oh yeah, sky last syllable in many Slavic names. Maybe sky. Button sky. Butinsky. Is his name Butinsky? The comedian? Not sure if butterflies are still around? Well, I mean, we could name ourselves after mythical creatures if butterflies aren't still around, Awkwardmancer. Yeah, I haven't had butterscotch in a long time, Noctis. Yeah, butternut like the squash, sugar plum. Butter if he's smooth. Let's see. We have Butcher because he butchers jokes. He's really good at so it would be an ironic name if it's Butcher. Like, I'm the Butcher. And then he delivers really good, really good, and I call this the Aristocrats. How about Bubbles? Bubbles is not on the page, Awkward Mancer. Butch Butane, says Rip Artist. Butane's an interesting call. Short spiked hair could be cut like a flat top, and then Butte would work. Well, right, but the point though is because he has the spikes, so it wouldn't just be like a flat top or like one like a mohawk or something might be. So I don't know if Butte would work. Oh yes, he tells the Aristocrats. That's probably how his group was actually butchered. Ooh, that might come back, right? Remember, the rest of his group was murdered. He performs in private clubs. Could be, could be like they actually can afford like real meat to have cut and everything. So remember, we're South or Central American. We're shy and secretive. We enjoy leisure wear. Our hair is short and spiked. We have a lot of problems trusting people. We love money. We adore a public figure. We were taken into a safe area to grow up after being born to combat zoners. Misfortune scattered our family, and we're a comedian, once part of a group, but they were murdered. Perform in private clubs. An older media star who feels threatened by my rising fame is after me. Bembe Butane. In Mayan, Bembe translates to son of prophecy. What? So where does the butane come in? Awkward Mancer says actually Chopper being called Butt in Sky and turned into Polish sounding comedian Butinsky. Well, right, but like what does butane like what is that offering the character if he's known as butane? Like why would people call him butane as a nickname? I'm not necessarily against it. I'm not making the connection. And people's handles are derivatives of who they are, what they do, their reputation, or just a front that they're trying to give to other people. He's a butane huffer, says Rip Artist. Awkward Mancer says butane is explosive when mixed with air. Does he have an explosive personality? Hmm? Let's see. Butane, either of two isomers of a gaseous hydrocarbon, C4H10, produced synthetically from petroleum and used as a household fuel, refrigerant, and aerosol propellant, and in the manufacture of synthetic rubber. So maybe in that case, how fire in stage. So because butane can be used for heating, cooling, and making synthetic rubber. It's very adaptable. Maybe there's times where he's on fire. Maybe there's times where he's cold. If not a cold delivery, then he can. If things get heated, he can chill a room. Or if things need heated up, he can heat it. And in making of rubber, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. No, he's a comedian, Sugar Plum. Oh, maybe how he's fiery on stage, but he's shy in private. Okay. Well, possibly. We didn't really take anything that would support that skill wise. Not that he couldn't, but okay. So butane seems to work. Like Robin Williams. So let's come up here. Our handle is our handle is butane. Oh, we forgot to put rank 4. And alias is Bembe, which is Mayan for child of prophecy. So to his family always called him Bembe, but maybe after he was taken in, his usual handle is butane. But to a select very few people in life, his family named him Bembe because they hoped that he would help get them out of the combat zone or just relieve the people who live in the combat zone. And so he was able to, he leaned into this as his name. It brought him into comedy as a way to relieve the soul. And from there, things had happened. He could have tried doing it, but done it so poorly, stuck it as a nickname. Oh, yeah. So maybe he got the chem skin to help cover up the burns as well. That could be Sugar Plum. Awkward Mancer says, heavier than ethane, lighter than propane. Butane is only interesting that it's more or less invisible until it's set on fire. Well, he is very shy, and she's shy and secretive. So in this case, maybe we should get his stealth up a little bit higher, right? If he's invisible. Because if you have a number spread like this, you might go, well, you know what? If his name is Butane and Butane is invisible, what if we did something like this where we'll sneak that bonus 2 from personal grooming? Let's put that back down to a 6, and let's drop that over into stealth, and then let's take one from education and one from streetwise, and then we'll give stealth another 6. Have fun with it, right? Talk to your GM. If you're building around a concept, something like this, which by the way, this does not have a lot of the common words that you'll find in use, because this dictionary was printed in, where's the copyright date? $1991. 1991. So there you go. Ye oldie English. A lot of performers are pretty reserved until they're on stage or acting in front of the crowd. Conditional extroversion. Oh, yep. Very good, Heretic. Time for a new dictionary. What? I got plenty of words left in the old dictionary. Why do I need a new one, Rip Artist? Them words in there still work right proper. Well, there we go, everyone. We have made now. Of course, there's room for notes, or if there's any sort of other addictions, critical injuries. We have $500 that we could spend on other gear and upgrades. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. There was one thing that we forgot to do. Because when you install cyberware, there's a chance, or there's just some fixed numbers, you're going to lose some humanity. And if we go to let's go to that real quick because there was a baked-in amount for the starting package here. That was the gear. All right, let's find this one more time. Sorry, everyone. Bear with me. I meant to do that, and we got so into it. I was having fun reading the dictionary to you. Let's see. Net architecture active. Beep 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 boop bop boop beep bop. Where did I lost it? Hello? New street economy. Midnight markets. So we want to go to. It has the really the screaming dude as the start of the the section. Oh, I'm actually super duper far ahead. I was in the 300s back in the exhaustive list. I need to get back to I need to get back to our our character generator section back in the 100s here. I was super duper I think we're a lot closer here. That's the ranks. Cyberware. How do you know what cyberware you get? Page 117. Here we go. 9 humanity loss. Okay, so in humanity, we started with 70. We have 61 of our 70 remaining, which means that our empathy is actually at 6 out of our starting 7. And watch what happens when to these 2 blank squares when they get filled when we put in our remaining empathy. You ready? And click. Boom. You see how it fills in what we have remaining? Because we did lose some humanity. We detached ourselves from normal humans through these upgrades. So our empathy did drop because of that. And then I guess the last thing we got to do is our base boxes here. We have 14. It's just you add a cross into each of these. But we did find a little bloop last night with... Yeah, if you see down here how it filled in pilot C vehicle and riding. It's dance. Dance, for some reason, auto completes the pilot C vehicle. So those 2 boxes, like there was a repeat or something. I don't know how. I don't know the background, what goes on in the background of form fillable PDFs. So if you're doing the form fillable, just be aware that dance and pilot C vehicle won't be the same. Like just unfortunately with how that works. And then was it endurance? Yeah, endurance will fill in riding. And so these 2 I'll put like an X here. These 2 are not going to be the same number with the autofill sheet. And I don't know why that is. If any of you know, because you have you just have the technical know-how for that problem. But we're just going through and we are adding things across. That way you know the number to add to your D10 roll. I guess I don't have to fill in the things that don't have, that are blank. But, I don't know. You can write it in later and then you save yourself a step. And these are pretty much 5 down the line. First aid is at 10. We've probably had to fix our own broken nose if something happened to us or we got hit by something thrown at us. There we go. Boom! We did it, chat. Rip Artist says you could have kept reading. I didn't mind it. Rip Artist, you just want me to open up the dictionary and read the dictionary to you? Oh, handgun is wrong? Oh, wait. Okay. That was my meatware with a mistake, not the software. Thank you. Good catch, Heretic Trance. Thank you very much. That was a glitch in the meatware. Sugar Plum says, I wouldn't mind either. I love Maddie's voice and delivery. Well, I mean, I'm glad you like my voice, but I might be able to deliver it in an even more pleasant one here. Because if I'm going to read the dictionary...
The American Heritage Dictionary. Page 382. Dent. A depression in a surface, made by pressure or a blow. A usually weakening effect or impression, made by or as if by lessening. Meaningful progress, headway. To make a dent in. To become dented. Dent, noun, a tooth. Dental, of, pertaining to, or for the teeth. Of, pertaining to, or intended for dentistry. Articulated, with the tip of the tongue, near or against the upper front teeth. Used of a speech sound. A dental consonant. The end.
There you go. How was that, everyone? I should read I should read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy like this, Awkward Mancer. No, not a full robot voice. It's just me being a free man. I'll put it that way. I'm a legally distinct free man. The more you know.